Hey guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Ryder Sigety. I'm a 4-time national GNCC champion and Yamaha and Pro factory support off-road racer. This is the 40 GP at TOR, Tegan Temple Off-Road Racing, and off to a good start. We're looking at the back camera just for a little bit here, but as you can see, I got second in the start, and here's just the front cam, which we're going to show you both of it. Also today, I'm here with my dad, Mike.
How you doing? Mike Sigety here, or as everyone calls me, Ryder's dad.
Yeah, sorry, it took a little while. He's watching Instagram videos right now. But yeah, right. We all got off to a good start, and we're actually racing a new class this time, B Open, because I wanted to race with the 125 pros, and they start on the line in front of B Open, so I figured it'd be a good idea, and it worked out really great. I liked being in the race and getting to compare some of my lap times to some of the faster 125 pros, which was cool, and even getting to catch up and ride with some of my friends too, which was awesome. So I felt like at this point I was running a pretty good speed, and you see the rider in front of me, I forget his name, he goes to the left, and I know so many times I took that line to the left, and immediately once you take it, you realize that it was not a good line. So I was able to make the pass around him because there's a big log in that trail, so he had to get back into the main trail. And here's just some back footage of me after I got around him.
So we're going to do something a little different in this video. At the end of the video, we're going to show the top 50 in each moto. So if you want to check out how everyone did or how you did, just stick to the end and you'll see some screenshots of all the results. That was a nasty mud hole.
Yeah, thankfully I kind of knew the line from the race prior to this, but I was able to get through that mud hole really good. And I know a lot of people were stuck there, especially like that course worker was pointing me to the left around the mud hole, but I went through it anyway.
Yeah, there was only like maybe 2 mud holes the whole day, but there was a couple like wheel holes that kind of just popped up out of nowhere. And the way it was explained to me is that once you break through the little spider roots, it just keeps going. And a few people did get caught in those little holes there. But and one thing is the series got Mike Lafferty coming out to it now, which is really great because he's like a legend in the sport. And Mike actually lapped me, and when he was passing me, I think he got stuck in that mud hole too because I ended up passing him back, and then he passed me again. But they did a great job of having people at the mud hole, the only 1 or 2 there was, and rerouting it for race 2.
Also, we just went through the Endurocross section, which I thought was really fun. Oh, right here, Lucas Seelman, his chain popped off. He was one of the contenders for the 125 Dash for Cash, they call it. And he ended up getting third even with his chain popping off, which is cool. But right now, this is Ryan Quinn in front of us on a KX 125. So it was a cool bike, and it sounded really cool too. And yeah, it's just a cool bike. But the Endurocross section was cool. It wasn't terribly hard, but I thought it was just perfect. I do get stuck in it pretty bad a little later in the video. Right here, this is one of the wheel holes my dad was talking about. I was coming around that corner, I saw that hole right there. If I would have went in that would have not been good. That's to sum it up.
So we're supposed to have some pretty crazy race footage. I think we're going to have it in a minute, and we'll insert it to the video of one of our friends who went into one of those holes like that, went over the bars. And I don't know why, this is just something that happens down in this part of southern Jersey. I've been racing down here for over 20 years, probably 30 years. And every now and then, these holes form, and it's just no rhyme or reason, and nothing you can do about it. But yeah, they can be tough. So if you don't know how the TOR GP or AGP series works is they do 6 races in the morning, 6 races in the afternoon, and then they combine your finishes to give you an overall result. And each race has approximately 4 classes in it. So Ryder is in the B Open class here, he might have said that. And also in this race in front of him is the Dash for Cash A125 race, and also the 25 plus race. So there's like another row ahead of him that he's dealing with. Here's one of our good friends, Dylan Recchia. Everyone knows who he is. He's going pretty good, and he goes over that log there.
Yeah, I also wanted to say thank you because Dylan, you see, he waves me on there. And it's always nice when people do that. Sometimes I forget to say thank you, but I try my best, especially when you're racing too. When you're out of energy, and I can barely scream, and or not out of energy, out of breath. And it was just hard to say it. But right here, this was one of the worst muddles of the day. So, but it wasn't this bad. But look, if you see to the right, Wild Wally Palmer was racing on a Sur-On in this race, which is cool. You don't see a lot of them. He actually got the whole shot by pushing off the start with his feet after the flag dropped.
He looked like Fred Flintstone, like paddling with his feet. It was funny.
Right here, Vince comes into the line that I was planning to take, so I tried to take a different line. And that was my friend Vince, by the way. And I get stuck. You see the course worker running to help. And then I get stuck here for a little longer than I should have, I guess. I get stuck here for like 40 seconds. And I just tried my best to get the bike out. You see me standing up straight and down.
Yeah, you were doing really well up to that point, Ryder. You were, as you could see by the results, in contention for the overall for that race, but got a little aggressive trying to make the pass there, and it bit you. So now you know. Sometimes you got to wait your turn. That was really good.
Yeah, that would have been cool if I could have gotten the overall, and also that would have meant I would win the 125 Pro class if I was in it. Like, I can't say that for sure, but I'm just saying, like, based off time only. But yeah, but a lot of the people that were in the 125 Pro race, they're racing 1.5 races, because 125 Pro only goes one time. They call it the dash for cash. Someone's falling right here too. Almost hit him, but I was trying my best to get out of the way. There's Vince again. I caught back up. But yeah, like I was saying, I'm doing 2 classes, so that's 2 hours of sprint racing, which is a lot different than 2 hours of regular racing. But there, I just got around Vince, and shortly after this, or shortly before this, I'm not exactly sure when, he goes down pretty hard, and I'll show this video up now. I know it's a little blurry, but you see there's a big, like, one of those wheel holes in the ground, and Vince gets completely thrown over the handlebars. Also, the video credits to right next to me, Quinn. You see the GoPro on his head right there, which is actually cool about these Tour GP races, is they're not AMA, so you can run the GoPro on your head, which is really nice. But also Vince is, like, about how he was. He's fine now. Nothing's like torn or broken. He just went to the doctor or something.
Now, who was that on the side of the truck?
That was Lucas Seelman. And you see right there how, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I got, like, really caught up on something. That was the same wheel hole that Vince got flipped over the handlebars on. Right here, I felt so pro. I'm coming around the corner. There's people stuck everywhere, and I take this line up and to the left, and I was able to get out of there with minimal to no effort. I felt like a professional.
Yeah, your new Kenda Southwick, pushing you through all that mud really good. And yes, I am promoting my sponsors here. And speak of that, if anyone's looking for e-bikes, that was nice of him to wave you on. Cannondale's not only having 25% off on their e-bikes, but if you know somebody who's connected with Cannondale, you could get an additional 25% off. So e-bikes are the new rage at these sports. If you don't have one, you're missing out.
Also, message my dad if you want more information on the Cannondale bikes. But moving on to Moto 2, almost the same start. I mean, the same people to the left of me, to the right of me. Same class, right?
Yeah, so that's B open class, so that can be 250s, 450s, 350s, electric start bikes, not just 125s. The row ahead of you is normally just 125s and 25 plus A.
Yeah, but off to pretty much the same start. I think maybe a little worse this time, but I end up making my way in the first in just about the same amount of time. At this point though, I had an hour and a half of racing under my belt, and I was just looking to stay consistent the whole race and try to get the overall, because the 125 dash for cash, the pros weren't in this race, and it ended up coming really close at the finish. I think I only got it by 3 seconds, but still, I stayed consistent, and I don't know if I said this already, but I had a lot of racing under my belt, so I was just trying not to fall.
So an hour and a half of racing normally isn't that much, but an hour and a half of sprinting is more. Because you even said in your last video, right, that 2 hours of Tour is harder than 3 hours of GNCC? Oh, there's that stake on your left.
Yeah, that stake on the left, I smacked my hand on it, but it didn't hurt a lot, but I don't know if you guys ride that much, but when you're riding and you hit your hand on something, it's really distracting.
It definitely stings. So one thing they did at this tour race that I've never seen in 30 years, the tour staff was going around during Saturday with a skid steer and cleaning up the parking lot mud holes that came from days of rain before this. Like, you know, it wasn't their fault that the parking lot got kind of flooded. Like when I got there Saturday morning, there was a lot of mud holes. And they came around into people's pits and pushed mud out of the way and just did the best that they could. They really did a great job with what they got dealt.
Yeah, you see here we're in third. Trying to make a couple. I think I make one pass right here. I lied, I know. But I felt at this point like this was a pretty comfortable pace for me. Like I could go maybe a little bit better, but it was still fine. I'm making my way up as we go.
So yeah, after this is over, at the end, we're going to show you the combined moto results for the top 50 in all 6 races. So stay tuned if you want to check that out.
Yeah, definitely.
So this race was so well attended that they actually got more people than the JDay race got. And the JDay race, and I did my math 3 times because I don't believe it. The JDay race actually was at Southwick, which is like a destination location, normally getting a very good turnout. So these numbers that we're going to show you here are total number of entries, not including what happens on Saturday, which is stay sick and sometimes pit bike races, just through Moto Tally. And you can see it's really close. And this is TOR's first full season, and JDay's been around for 10 years and at Southwick. So I really thought I made a mistake. I may have still made a mistake, even though I checked it 3 times.
1 second. Right here, I go one of the alternate line choices, and I make the pass for the lead. But what are you saying about this?
Yeah, so JDay has their classes a little different than TOR does. So I just kind of put the JDay classes and then the total amount of people in their 6 races and the total amount of people in the TOR races. And it's really close. It's really close. Like to say you won is really just splitting hairs. But it's amazing how lucky we are to have such a great series so local to us that's already possibly the largest GP series in the country. So we've decided to do the whole TOR series, so if you're going to be doing the series, please subscribe so you can and notify yourself so you can see more race footage. If you have any comments about the series, we'd love to hear it. I know the TOR people do read the comments and watch the videos, so it might be a little bit of a way for you to connect with them. And if you could also like and subscribe, it would help Ryder out a lot. Also, we bring Ryder's old motorcycle t-shirts and stuff, not like personal stuff, but the stuff we got from sponsors at races that he's outgrown. So if you have any younger kids and you'd like to stop by, we'd be happy to give you a hat or a t-shirt, a hand-me-down if you want it. And we'd just love to meet people at the races and love to hear that you watch our videos, which we hear all the time now, right, Ryder?
Yeah, definitely. It's really cool going to the races and hearing that. But I just want to say thank you guys for watching. I hope you liked this video. Some of those fellas scoring there. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Hopefully at the next tour, too. Bye.
And before I let you go, is there anybody that you want to give a special shout out to?
My dad, my mom for coming out, Ampro Yamaha, Factory Connection, Guts Racing, Cannondale, Mousse Racing, Recluse, Kenda, Climb, Wheelworks, VP, EBC, Maxima, HPD, Regina, Hammer Nutrition, FMF, IMS, Cycra, Scott, Moose Balls, Nihilo, Mika, Worx Connection, Alco, Town & Country, DT1, Outerwears, Wiseco, TM Designworks, Boys In, Cometic, ProX, and Apex.
You know what that reminds me of? You guys ever go to like CVS or Rite Aid and they print out your receipt and it's just like, but you only bought 1 item? That's what that sounded like, man. You got a hell of a team backing you, and I know that they're giving you what it takes, or you've got what it takes, and they're giving you the stuff you need to put this machine on the box week in and week out. So again, I say it every time, silly question when I'm talking to first place finishers, but you coming back out for the next round?
Yeah, definitely.
Right on, man. Well, I know, well, at least I think, I'm pretty optimistic. I think I'll be talking to you again up here real soon. Congratulations on another first place overall finish here at Temple Off-Road Racing. If you want to give me that, I can hold that, and then you can show off your awards. I can hold the bottle, or you tell me what you want to do, but I'd love to get a great picture with you there.